hope traders and investors alike were green yesterday. If not, I hope you were able to at least protect your capital. Let's go over a few things. Goods and services at reported 8:30, consumer credit at 3 p.m. The weekly crude report is at 4:30. Yellen speaks today. I believe it's 10, but I'm not positive about that. Crude's up. Natural gas is up this morning. KSS is up on buyout news. I'm seeing Oxy and BTU up. A couple energy names. Looks like Neo's up a little bit. Not a lot. Let's go over some of the bearish flow we seen yesterday. Once again, they were hitting the 393 for 715 again. They also were coming in with 397s for July 15th, and that they are puts. So that just gives us an idea of what the big money's thinking. We mentioned yesterday we have been seeing heavy put flow coming in deep into millions for the 393 strike for July 15th. IWM very seldom has orders over $1 million. I do this quickly when I scan. I'm just looking for the big orders to see what the big money's thinking. I did pick up 4 orders for 175, all bearish. For 715, July 15th strike. 4 orders coming at 7 million. Very bearish on the IWM. There's a lot of stocks in the IWM. So if it pulls back, it's going to pull back the banks. A lot of stuff's going to come back. A lot of, it's not just super small caps. There's a lot of medium weight caps in there. So that's just not a good sign for the market. We keep hearing oversold rally. If the market doesn't soon act on it, we're still holding in, but the market needs to act on it. Yesterday was very low volume, very choppy, very low momentum day. Let's go get into the charts now. This is AMC. We are bearish on AMC. We're expecting the pullback, and we're still getting the pullback. You can see right now we open below all of our major moving averages. The thing to look for now would be to see if we maybe could find some support. So not, doesn't really matter which way we move. We can make money either way. Just want to note that we can get a reaction at this trend line on the top side of this trend line. So just be careful if you're into puts. Just make a note of that. Draw it on your chart. The put to call ratio back to the bearish zone yesterday. This just tells me that the big money's hedging their positions, getting ready for a possible pullback. This is the McLaren oscillator for the NASDAQ, and we are still overbought. Anything 200's hot, and we are below the 200, or should say above the 200 area. New York Stock Exchange looking much better at 157. Still warm, but not quite overbought. So those oscillators are not cooling off as much as I would like them. I figured we would see a bigger change than that after yesterday. This is the US dollar. It's a strong looking chart. The dollar's pushing up makes it harder on the market, especially with the crude and the dollar pushing up. Really puts pressure on the market, and we are pushing here, respecting the 9. The 9 swooping up. I can see the dollar just pushing right up. The 20's in no way, but it's a good chance it'll cut right through it. The VIX, we've been bearish on the VIX. It's just not trading right with the market. Yesterday, I thought we would have seen a spike, but this is a controlled sell. Just not a lot of fear in the selling, just a controlled sell. Yesterday, the buyers just didn't show up. Doesn't seem like when you're looking at the flow and the strikes, everything's coming in very short term. Weeklies, for the SPY, we were seeing yesterday and Wednesday's expiration, a few for the week. Other than them, there's big puts. Most of everything's coming in for the weeklies. Amazon's flow. Amazon had a total of 54.7 million in option orders come in yesterday that we picked up. 41.4 million of those orders were bullish. Most of that flow was for the 10th, for Friday. There was some dated, but most of it's for Friday. I would like to see the VIX to break below. Putting in a little flag here, I would like to see it break below that cluster of candles. 2 open puts on it. Apple trading in this broadening wedge here. Just showing some weakness. It is still respecting the 9, but the chart is getting weaker and weaker. We need to push on some of these charts. Avi, bit bullish or bearish on the stock right now due to several reasons. Price action, earnings. They had a very mixed bad earnings, unexpected expenses, lawsuit. And if you look at the daily, we can see there we're breaking out of a flag on the 15, a bear flag. So we put in a lower high here, pull back. This possibly right here could be another lower high in the pullback. We need a couple more candles to kind of get an idea to see where we're going. Price action is getting tight there. AMD, still a decent looking chart. This is the 9 here, pushing its way up. We did get that trend break. Next target's the 200 if we decide to push. Pulled back some yesterday, but we still held in good. Didn't come all the way back to the 9. The 9 will be a little closer at open this morning. A firm bearish on this, got this bear flag here, so bear flagged right into the downtrend. We are still above the 20 here, and I do believe we have gapped down below that this morning. And this is a firm here. You can see we've made a nice move down. Would keep an eye on this. Watch for your 122, looks like 70-ish area for support. Come right off this flag over here. AMC's been trading right in this channel. Draw this channel on your chart. See, not saying you can't take an entry here, but if you can get a touch of one side, so maybe we can come down, touch the bottom of the channel today. Maybe we can get a push up. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. Watch your IV with that one. AMD, you can see we've gapped down this morning. Watch the 104.50-ish area there for support. Amazon's chart, just not a healthy looking candle yesterday. This is a shooting star. So what this tells us was it opened up and pushed, but the sellers come back, got in control, the bears, and pulled the price back down. Could that have something to do with the market? It could. It's a good chance that people are just not as interested in the stock split. In these market conditions, we will have to see what we do today. A lot of flow come in on it, but a lot of people, splits are not quite the same as they used to be. A lot of people who wanted to invest in a $3,000 stock and couldn't years ago, now we have fractional shares. So there are people who have, they are holding some Amazon and without having to add those large amounts of money. So the more fractional shares become available, the less that these splits are, as positive as they used to be. Fundamentals are still the same with the company. Apple, right back down here on this 145-ish, 50-ish area, 145, 30-ish area support. This could be the area to watch. We could take this out today. We could look for the downside if we do. Watch for 143.98, 144. If we take out this support level, watch for the next 144-ish area for the next leg down. Boeing's actually holding in better than what I expected. Still holding in up here. Small spinning top candle. 9, still waiting on the 9 to catch up. You can see right here, as long as Boeing's trading in this tight channel right here, I'm not really interested into it. There is room to make money. If you can get a bounce off this 200, if it bounces off the 200 on the 15, you can probably watch for 140. If it bounces, if it pushes, I don't like it in the center of that channel. I'm looking for a couple dollars room to move to make money. Cliff, not super crazy about this. We may be pulling this off the list. It's actually looking bear flaggish. A lot of the metals plays are looking bear flaggish, like AA. Still struggling with these MAs. Just don't have enough room to move in there. And it doesn't move a lot monetarily. It doesn't have, it's not like it moves $2 a day. So it's not, it's not a big stock that you're going to come in unless it has a catalyst. It's not one that pays a lot. It does move slower, so it could be easier for some new traders to trade. CVX, just a monster, still holding that 9. As long as it's above that 9, we're bullish. Some crazy action here yesterday. Pull back, push back up, pull back again, push back in after hours. Looks like it come down and trying to push in pre-market. Exxon Mobil. I personally would like to see Exxon Mobil do something besides this. It's just trading sideways right now. Would like to see it break out of this little channel here. It looks like it's pulling back in pre-market. Scanner still saying Oxy's up. GME, I would like to see this little flag here push. We'll see, but we are back below. So yesterday's candle closed back below that 50. So you want to watch that for resistance now. Depends on where we open at 9, of course. See, price is tight in here. Why it's forming that flag. I would keep an eye on. Looks like the 50 right here is coming down. So your 50 is resistance right now. If we can't take that out, look for 125 for support. See if you can get a reaction there. Maybe you can short it down to 125. Possibly get a bounce like right here. We come down to that level and bounced. So just keep your eye on that level. Keep your eye on the 50 as it's rolling down on top of the price action there. Just like a weight applying pressure. Halliburton's still watching this cup here. QQQ holding in. You almost have a little diamond here. You can draw, if you draw a line there to here, you have a little diamond in these candle patterns right now. The SPY is the same way. 9's catching up. We need to push soon, or we're going to end up pulling back. We keep hearing oversold rally, oversold rally, oversold rally. Well, it's time to start trending and break out of these ranges. I mean, that was a nice candle Thursday, but since then, you can see really tight in here. Right back to the 305 area for support. Watch 307 for resistance today. That's the resistance number to watch for this morning. TLT, we talked about this, is a 20-year bond. Had a bear flag here. Broke out of it. Pulled back. Opened. Confirmed. Pulled back yesterday. So we're still bearish on the bonds, unfortunately. IWM trading, we chopped around yesterday. Once again, had very heavy 175 put flow coming in for 715 for July 15th. So they're expecting that to pull back. Sorry about that. That's our new squawk. Watch IWM. We're right at support right now. See if that holds. That 187 area is support. See if that holds. If that can hold, maybe we can push off from it. If we lose that area, then look for that to be resistance. I would draw a line right through here on this flag right here. Watch this area where we were flagging. Probably be your next support level. I need to get that line drawn. MRO, very choppy. MRO made a huge move. It's just trying to digest some of this move. Facebook, bearish. As long as we're below this downtrend here, we are bearish. We tried to push yesterday. Nice flat doji. We are above the 9 and 20. We get below this 9 and 20. It's puts. It's a lot of stuff going on in that area right there. You can see we pulled back yesterday and had that big pop. We were able to call it out. We picked it up on our news feeds. Big pop yesterday. This provided some opportunities as Snap also provided opportunities on the same event, the same catalyst. MRO, you can see this tight little flag here waiting on the 9 to catch up. It could continue to push. Oxy, looks like we pulled back at the end of the day. So scanner saying we're up. I can see the green candle. It's nothing to write home about. Trading sideways, tight in here. Crude is up right now. Maybe this can push. We do have numbers coming out today. I'm still bullish on energy stocks. You can see how tight the price action is here. A really decent base here we're trying to push up out of, so we could see a considerable move coming for these. A lot of people are screaming they're oversold, but they're breaking out of a nice base. They took time to build a nice base. Or people are saying they're overbought, overpriced. Energy is going to be pulling back. We'll see. I'm still bullish on energy right now. SoFi, let's go look at the daily chart here. Just bearish as long as we're under this trend line. We have to break out of this trend for this to push up. If we can get below this 20, then we are 686. We get below that 20, I'm looking for puts. We're right there right now. You can see we did dip to it yesterday. Looks like we got a little probably below it right there, but it didn't hold, end up pulling back up. So if we can get below that 686 level, looking for puts. Very tight in there. And here's the SPY. This doesn't quite have the same diamond that close, but it's not the same, quite the same as the Qs. Still trying to hold in here. The 9's coming up. See if this 9 can push us up. While we're waiting, you can see the MACD's trying to roll. We're losing some of the histogram, some of the momentum. Very tight. You can see where we gapped up yesterday morning, pulled back, filled that gap. Now there is a gap right above us, the 416. We come close, you can see the gap right here. This just totally in the way. It was not supposed to be that big, but we have a gap right here. We got very close to that gap yesterday. Actually, I think one wick actually touched the bottom of the gap, and that's when we ended up pulling back. Right now we are below this 410. 49 area. As for Discord levels, 411.88. Watch the Billings number today for resistance. This is the SPY weekly. We've been talking about, I'm not going to keep this chart in here. We've been talking about the 9 on the weekly as per being resistance, and there's just a good look at it right there. Tesla. Still somewhat bearish on Tesla. Going to be watching again today. Whatever way it goes, I plan on playing it. If we can get below this 9 on the daily, would be a big help for puts. Looks like we closed right on top of it. Haven't checked it yet this morning, so getting ready to get my first look at it. It did pull back some with the market, so 708.19 right now. Yeah, we should be below. Definitely should be below that because it pulled back, started pulling back and rolled down. So we definitely should be below that today. Opening up below the moving averages will definitely help on the puts. And Joe is just absolutely killing it. I said yesterday morning I was starting to get worried about natural gas, and it just pushed very strong. One of our members is killing it with UNG. It's awesome seeing you guys win. Upstart, putting in, this is still a possible double top here. We're struggling with the same area. If we lose these moving averages, we're looking for bearish. We could push, still respecting the 9. We could still have a chance to push. Maybe we can push to the 50, but you can draw a downtrend line through there. From here to here, it's going to put you very close to where that 50 is, letting you know that there is resistance. Upstart 15, come down, touched possible double bottom, ended up breaching it, pulled back just like the rest of the market. So let's see, 45.57 right now, possible your next level of support. Wells Fargo, the 50, in trouble at the 50. There's a few banks that look like this. The 9 is right there. We could still possibly push. The 9 can definitely push us up, but that 50 is resistance. I'm getting ready to start looking for puts on the banks. A lot of chop here on that chart. I need to get some more lines through here. I haven't been trading the banks that much here lately myself. This is Exxon Mobil's daily chart. Nice push. I mean, it's just a strong stock. Zim, you can see we had another very choppy day yesterday. It come down, banged its head on this support, whipped up, and if you take notice right now, Zim is up in pre-market where a lot of other stocks are down. You can see we're testing, got this nice coil here, coiling right up into a tabletop. Looking for this to breach the 9s right there for support. We're looking for this to get taken out and price to push up here. And that is it. We'll continue to work on getting this video shorter so we can get you guys early pre-market information. So get an idea of where the market's going. We want to try to get some small caps in here as well. Hope everybody has a good day. Please protect your capital. Trader discipline is the key to your freedom. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the trading room.